Land on your own moon.
How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about the pentatonic scale as a whole. In our last episode about the A minor pentatonic scale, we just went over that scale in the particular key. But today we're going to learn how to play that in every single key so we can solo better, write better melody lines, and be more versatile in our playing. This is an important step for beginners to understand this because it's going to be using our note names and also that original A minor pentatonic shape. So to start with this, I'm going to run through that A minor pentatonic shape just in case you forget. So it's going to start on the E string, the low E string, and we're going to play 2 notes per string. I'm just going to call out the fret numbers. It's going to go on the E string, 5, 8, and then 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8. If we were to go backwards, 8, 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5. Now that is the pentatonic scale in the key of A minor. What a key is a select group of notes or chords or harmony lines that fit in a particular order or a particular grouping. Now, every song has a particular key. Sometimes songs even change the key that they're in, but typically it's around 7 different notes that all work together, all build the same chords, all build towards the same melody lines, and it kind of has a tonal center. So when we're in the key of A minor, the reason why we're in the key of A minor is because we're starting on that low E string 5th fret, and that's an A note right there. Now, this is an A note. The pattern itself is a minor pentatonic. So when we start from the A note and play this minor pentatonic shape, that is the A minor pentatonic scale. If we were to play this shape starting, let's say, from the 3rd fret, now it's a G minor pentatonic scale. And I'll go ahead and call out the frets. It's going to be 3, 6, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 6, 3, 6. 6, 3, 6, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 6, 3. Now, the distance between the frets we're playing has not changed. We're going 3 frets up on the 1st string, 2 frets up on the A, D, and G string, and then 3 frets up apart from the 1st finger to the pinky on the B and E string. That whole shape has not changed. We're just changing the tonal center around G. So now it's the G minor pentatonic scale. Now we can do this for every single note that's on our fretboard. So if you know this note is F, we can play that, the F minor pentatonic scale. If we play it on B, we can play the B minor pentatonic scale. And so on and so on. This shape is movable. It's just the note you're starting on determines the key we're in. This is very important when you're learning a song to understand what key is it in case you need to learn a melody line or solo, and it eliminates all the extra notes we probably won't be using for that and narrows it down to the notes that are most common for the key. Now, a very common key for rock is the key of E minor. And so we're going to learn the E minor pentatonic scale today because it's very different. It's where you take this minor pentatonic shape, for example, on the 5th fret of the low E string, the A minor pentatonic scale, and you shift it over to where the open strings, the frets you're not playing, are every fret your 1st finger would be playing for that minor pentatonic shape. We'll go through it. I'll throw a chart up on screen and a little animation so you can understand this better. But basically, you're playing the open strings where your 1st finger would play, and then everything else, the distance between the frets stays the same. So here's what it is. You play 0, 3 with your 3rd finger on the E string, 0, 2 on the A string, 0, 2 again on the D string, 0, 2 on the G string, 0, 3 on the B string, and 0, 3 on the high E string. So that fast would sound like this. It's a very common scale to use. Songs like old classic rock old grunge, even more modern indie, all use this E minor open pentatonic scale. Now we can also play that on the octave, on the 12th fret of the E. If we just have the same rule where that shape is not changing, but we're just starting on the E on the 12th fret, we can play that shape. So practice moving around this scale to different frets around the neck and keeping the distance between your fingers the same, understanding that the shape is the minor pentatonic scale and that the note you're starting on that with your first finger on that low E string is the root note of the scale and gives it the letter name. For instance, on the 5th fret, A minor pentatonic scale. 3rd fret, G minor pentatonic scale. If we're starting from the open string, it's the E minor pentatonic scale. And so on. And practice this. I have a link below to a tablature of this pentatonic scale in every single key up to the 12th fret if you go to our Patreon. So that's all for the pentatonic scale today. Practice that, get the hang of it, get comfortable because you're going to be using that a lot. Thank you.